right, fellas, be honest. You train hard, you eat clean, you check every damn box. And somehow, you still feel like a zombie every day. You crash midday, your brain won't shut off at night, and coffee has basically become your emotional support beverage. But here's the thing, this isn't a training problem. It's a nervous system problem. See, when your body is stuck in a fight or flight mode, your cortisol level stays high, your testosterone level tank, recovery shuts down, and your body clings on fat like it's trying to survive winter. You cannot out-train stress. You cannot out-diet adrenaline, and you definitely can't fix it with another pre-workout. So in this video, I'm going to show you 7 free science-backed ways to reset your nervous system. No supplements, no gimmicks, and no monk retreat required in Bali. These are the same methods I've used as a 2-time Muay Thai World Champion to keep my body and my mind sharp year after year, and the same ones I give to my high achiever clients, executive founders, lawyers, former athletes who just want their edge back. So let's dive in. Number 1 is breathwork and nasal breathing, turning off the fight or flight mode. My brain won't shut off and I'm wired all night. Here's the mistake that a lot of people are doing. Chest breathing like you're running from a bear while answering email, all right? So you want to avoid chest breathing and actually inhale from the diaphragm, from your lower abdomen. Here's how you can fix all this. 3 to 5 minutes of slow nasal breathing. You're gonna inhale for 4 seconds, you're gonna hold for 4 seconds, and you're gonna exhale slowly through the nose for 6 to 8 seconds. And you just repeat this cycle. I love what you call the box breathing, which is a ratio of 1 to 1, right? So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4 again, and then just repeat. This is the best way for me to calm down my nervous system. I like to do this first thing in the morning, before I train, after I train, and before I go to bed. And it's clear that the science says that slow breathing drops cortisol and activates the parasympathetic system, which is when actually your body is going to repair itself. It's actually going to heal from the inside, and your nervous system is really gonna repair itself. And basically what it means, it tells your body that we're good, nobody's chasing us, you can relax now, you don't have to worry about any outside factors. Number 2 is cold exposure, what I call the instant reset button. I feel wired, but I feel drained at the same time. Here's a mistake that I see that we often all do as high achiever, myself included, is that we use caffeine like it was a personality trait. So instead of going for that cup of coffee, all right, first thing in the morning, if you can, 1 to 3 minutes of cold exposure. Now, if you don't have access to a cold plunge, an ice bath, a very cold shower is going to do it. If you have access to the ocean, even better with all the minerals inside of the ocean, or just dunk your face in ice water. And why does this work? Because it triggers your vagus nerve and it spikes norepinephrine by 200 to 300%. Bonus tip, pair with breath work. That will delete all of your stress right here. Combine the ice and the breath work is a magic combo. Number 3 is walking outdoors. Nature is free therapy. And I've read somewhere that the Japanese have a word for this, right? Is walking alone in the forest is a great way for you to reduce stress. And I know I'm a big believer in this. I try to be in nature at least once a week. I take my dog to the beach maybe, or we go on a hike, just ourselves. No phone, no distractions, just us in nature, and it does wonder for my nervous system, right? So you're feeling stressed all day, but at night you have a hard time winding down. And mistake that most people are doing is they're staring at the TV, they're staring at the screen, they're scrolling on social media, breathing recycled air, even forgetting that sunlight exists. So how do you fix that? First thing in the morning, you want to hydrate and you want to go outside for the 10 to 30 minute walk outdoors in nature. A bonus point is you want to do this barefoot so you can actually earth or ground, you call it, barefoot on the grass or in the sand by the beach if you have access to the beach. That's like nature's version of airplane mode, okay? So don't skip on that. Earthing is a real thing, there's science behind it. Number 4 is journaling. Offload the mental to-do list. I can't sleep, my brain is running laps. So here's a mistake again, is scrolling before bed while your brain is drafting for the next 12 months chaos, right? Your to-do list for tomorrow, your grocery shopping, your bills, all that stuff. Here's how to fix this. 5 minutes, only 5 minutes of journaling before bed. Go ahead and dump all your thoughts, all your to-do things that you have to do. Express gratitude. What are you grateful for today? What have you accomplished? And simply by writing those things, okay, now you can give your brain a rest and you can actually relax before bed. But those are habits that you have to build, not just watch it right here on this video. Really make yourself do all those habits little by little every day, and I promise you it will change. Number 5 is mobility and stretching. Release the build-up tension. I'm tight, I'm sore, I always feel tense. This is personally one of the biggest ones for me as an athlete. I always have tension, all right? And it's hard for me to really relax in bed once I try to wind down. So my to-go is always stretching before I go to bed, all right? Get into a flow, 15-20 minutes, shut off all screens, and then at the same time, try to do breath work, all right? But combining those for me has been a game changer, and I noticed that every time I do so, instead of not doing it, I sleep a lot better. I'm able to really ease into my deep sleep a lot better. And a lot of mistakes that we all do, athletes or high achiever men, right? We work a lot, we come home, and we don't release that tension. We train hard, but we really never release that stress from the body. So again, like I said, how do you fix this? Before bed, you know, even 10 minutes of stretching, a little yoga flow, all right, combined with breath work is that sweet spot right here. Now here's a bonus. Hip openers and spinal twists. Your nervous system's pressure release valves. Number 6 is sunlight and circadian reset. Anchor your energy. You're actually tired during the day, but at night you're wired. Here's a mistake that a lot of people, they live like a vampire. They don't go outside and expose themselves to sunlight in the morning, and they have way too much blue light at night coming from the screens. So how to fix all this? Again, it comes down to going outside first thing in the morning for 5 to 10 minutes and get light exposure from the sun. And then at night, after sunset, try to dim the lights and try to live like our ancestors, from sunrise to sunset. So here's a little bonus. Natural light is like nature's caffeine without the crash. Number 7 is social connection and just laughing. The overlooked resets. Even though you rest, you don't feel rested. Here's what I hear. Even though I'm resting, I still don't feel recharged. Here's a mistake that I see a lot of my clients doing, including myself, is isolating yourself like a lone wolf on grind mode, right? We work long hours and we come home. We don't really want to socialize and we want to just get that work in. But that's actually a mistake. And how to fix that? And spend time with family, with friends. It's okay to socialize and let go a little bit of that burden of all the stress accumulated from work and just life in general. If you actually look at the people that live the longest, right? The blue zones, you call it. And some of those factors that play into why those people live such a long life is because of their social connection. Of course, the diet, of course, the lifestyle, right? Going to sleep early and waking up and going to sunshine and vitamin D and all this, but the social connection is very, very important as well. Laughing literally reduces your stress hormones, and that's science, okay? That's proven over and over. On social media, for me, for example, I follow a few comedians, and then, you know, once a day, 5 minutes, I just scroll through their pages, and that makes me laugh, that makes me feel good. Or I talk to some of my students, some of my friends that are pretty funny, and that's, you know, the prescription for me. And that's the 7th habit, using social connection and laughter as a real nervous system reset. But here's the truth, as usual, I always say this, it's not just one habit that burns you out. It's the stacking effect. Stress, poor recovery, no sleep, stubborn fat, and a body that is redlining 24/7. And that's why I've built the biological recode system, a total reset system for men that are tired of spinning their wheels and ready to perform like weapons again. We reset your sleep, your recovery, and hormones so your body can actually work again. Your body can respond the way it used to and the way you want it to. Then we lock it in for life with a performance system that becomes your new baseline. So if you're ready to stop grinding harder and start working smarter with your biology, hit the top link in the description and let's fix this once and for all.